Hey guys, this is Tashina from Logical Harmony. Welcome back to my channel. Today I am testing out a face mask as a makeup primer. I know that's like not what you would expect to hear, right? I was really skeptical when I heard that this mask could be used as a primer, so I really wanted to put it to the test and try it for the first time on camera. That way you guys could see how it works with everything and how it looks as I do my makeup and after my makeup is done. So what I am using today is from SkinOwl, and this is their McKee Berry Beauty Whip, which is a mask. Some people use it as an overnight treatment, but the directions say to put it on your skin and leave it on for up to 30 minutes. So I was really intrigued by it in general, and when I was just looking into the product more, I noticed that on the page for the specific product on the SkinOwl website, Annie, the owner of SkinOwl, says that she mixes it with her geranium beauty drops and uses it as a makeup primer. I was really intrigued by that, so I had to try it. I hope you guys like this video. I'm not mixing this with a serum because I do have one on my face. On their website, Annie, the owner of SkinOwl, says that she mixes this with her geranium beauty drops and uses that as a primer. But since I've already put serum on, I'm not going to do that extra step. And she says she just uses one pump, so that's what I'm going to do today. It does feel very, very smooth. It feels very serum-like, but very light. It doesn't feel like a serum oil, but it feels like a really nice moisturizer. And one pump is definitely enough to go over your entire face. Because it is so hydrating and nourishing, it really just, it absorbs into your skin right away, which is really nice, but a little bit goes a very long way. And honestly, even though it's a completely natural product, my skin feels like it's been prepped with like a silicone primer. It doesn't feel tacky, it just feels nice and slinky and smooth. I could see how this is a good product to use before you apply your makeup, especially if you have dry skin. And I do think that it's adding some glow and some luminosity back into my skin as well. I was debating about what foundation to use in this, and I decided to just use the Wet n Wild Photo Focus, so I'm just gonna dot a few drops right onto my face. I've used this in a few primer videos. It's one I use off camera and on camera a lot, so I really know how it wears. But since I've used it in other primer videos, I thought that would be helpful for you guys as well, because it's one that you've seen me pair with different things. So today I'm using the shade Soft Beige. Everything I use today will be listed down below, by the way. I forgot that I was gonna color correct, so I'm gonna do that super quickly. This is gonna be beautiful. I'm gonna use the color correctors from Au Naturel. I'm using Sweet Basil just right here on this little guy, which is actually a dry spot. Put it by my nose. And then I'm going to use a mix of flax and peach underneath my eyes. So I'm just putting flax right where my eyes need the most brightness, and then I'm going to do peach over it. Now that I am all beautiful and ready for the day, I'm gonna go in with my Beauty Blender Pro and blend all of this out. This is a damp beauty blender. That's what I typically use anyway. Ooh, my skin's feeling really nice. So I'm just gonna go ahead and blend all of this together. Okay, that color correcting helped so much. I'm gonna add a little bit more foundation just on the spots where I do want a little bit more coverage. I feel like I do that in every foundation video. And then I'm going to blend that out and just pounce that all over. Okay, with these on, so that is just color corrector and foundation, I'm gonna take a look in the mirror. I wanna see how the foundation's kind of melding with the primer. That looks really good. There are a couple spots where it is settling in. Obviously, this is not like a blurring primer or a pore filling primer or anything like that. It's just meant to help give you some extra moisture to last throughout the day. It definitely helped with the application of my foundation. I felt like this blended out smoother than it normally does. It still feels nice and moisturizing. This foundation on me dries really fast. I usually don't even use a setting powder for that reason. It just sets down so quickly, but it still feels a little bit tacky, like it doesn't feel fully set. And there are a couple spots where it's settling in, but again, that's not what this claims to do as a product, so I'm not reviewing it on that. It did create a really nice even finish. I'm gonna go ahead and apply concealer, and then I'm going to do another check-in. Okay, again, that seemed to blend out really nicely. In my mirror, everything is looking very, very smooth and very even, but I do wanna look a little bit more close up. Ooh, that looks good. So I feel like, especially on my under eyes, let me blend a little bit more. I feel like on my under eyes, it's looking really nice. It doesn't look heavy. I do think that this really, really helped with my dry spots. I'm not noticing them. Usually by this point in my videos, I'm like pointing out like, oh, here's a dry patch where it's clinging. It's not doing any of that. So that is really, really nice. And it feels really good. I think I actually might need to set this, which is kind of a shock for me. I'm gonna go ahead and finish up the rest of my makeup off camera. Everything that I use, I will list down below for you guys. And then I'm gonna come come back and do another check-in and let you know how it's looking. Okay, so I just finished the rest of my makeup. It's been a little while. I have noticed how my skin is feeling. It feels really, really hydrated. I did set my face, which normally I don't have to do with this powder, and I feel like it's laying really, really well. I just feel like all the products went on very smoothly. Everything blended really well. Everything is laying nicely together. I'm really, really impressed with using this as a primer. I was honestly a little skeptical about how things were going to turn out. I was thinking like, oh, maybe if I'm doing a super natural foundation, or maybe if I'm doing very minimal makeup, it'll look fine. I feel like this looks really nice. Up close, it's still looking really good. Where it was settling in, I feel like it's kind of like melded together a little bit better, and it's looking very smooth. You can see my pores and my texture, but again, this is not like a pore filling primer, so I wasn't expecting it to do anything dramatic in those areas. I am really, really impressed with this as a primer. If you have dry skin, I could see this being amazing, especially if you want to try using some of the more drying or mattifying foundations. I really want to try this out now with some of my more heavy duty ones that can be a bit difficult to wear when my skin is dry. I'm not sure how it would work if you have oily skin. I do know Annie from SkinOwl has a different skin type than I do, so maybe it would be okay. I'm not sure though. So if you have this and you have oily skin, try it out, comment below, let me know, and leave a comment and let me know what your guys' favorite primer is.